So we have some very important information to go over as the futures markets have just opened up, and they just opened up bearish. So the DXY is pumping right now, which we know is honestly the inverse of cryptocurrencies. When the DXY is pumping, cryptos crash. When the DXY crashes, cryptos pump. Just always usually happens like that. Sometimes you'll see the DXY going up, cryptos going up, the DXY, cryptos going down, vice versa. But most of the time when the DXY is going up, as the futures market has just opened up red or green, it's not going to be good for cryptos. But when the futures markets just open up, it's usually a continuation of the previous move, which was very bearish. We had the DXY going up and we had stocks going down. So usually in the first few hours, the same move continues to happen. So we've opened up red, we've opened up bearish, but over the next few hours, as the stock market begins to open, the futures markets can flip green and can bounce very quickly. But let's go ahead and dive straight into the charts. Let's see what the heck is happening. So honestly, we've been paying attention to Ethereum mostly on this channel. Also, Bitcoin we'll pay attention to. But both of them have honestly just literally stood still for the last several days after the crash. No bounce. We are actually getting some signs of a bounce if we take a look at some technical indicators. But honestly, I'm not giving those any credence right now because we have not even bounced. We've attempted to a couple of times, but they're very small, weak, and unnoteworthy. So if we actually go ahead and pull up some indicators, let's just take a look to see what's honestly happening, because honestly what we are seeing here is quite bearish and there is further room for downside. I'm going to be completely real with you. By the time you watch this video, there's probably either a pretty significant move to have taken place already, and that's either going to be a continuation of this downtrend, which is very likely because we are just forming lower highs and we're standing still. Whenever you see after a significant crash and it's just kind of trading sideways and making lower highs and not bouncing, it's usually an indication that the price is very weak and going to go lower. So that's kind of honestly what I am expecting, but I do expect a bounce here to take place very soon to recover a lot of these crazy crashes and drops. So that's going to be very likely. A bounce will happen, but we don't know at what level the bounce will happen. So a recovery and relief rally is very, very likely to take place very soon. So we could get another leg down and then bounce from there and test this region and then come up and test another region of support and resistance, which is likely. And I believe that we would top out there for the immediate short term and continue this downtrend. That is kind of like the likely scenario since we are bearish. But if we start getting some really bullish anticipation of the CPI, we have the anticipation of the Ethereum merge, it is quite possible that we will break some of these resistance levels at like 1700 for Ethereum and come up and test 1800 to 1900 by the Ethereum merge, if everything just kind of plays out normally here and there's no more crazy FUD to come out. If the Ethereum merge comes out and there's a lot of bullishness with the CPI, inflation is coming down, X, Y, and Z, it's going to be very likely that Ethereum probably will surpass $2,000. That's the bullish case scenario. That would be a very good thing. And then probably on the Ethereum merge date, it is very likely that we could also have some bearish volatility, people selling and taking profits, people panicking and so forth. So just understand that there's probably going to be a crash around the time of the Ethereum merge, the day of, the day after, a couple days after, or even the day before, or even days before. Just understand that that is a likely scenario to take place, as a lot of people are buying just because of the Ethereum merge. So those types of people who are anxiously waiting certain events will usually sell off before those events and will cause panic and so forth. So these are likely scenarios. So the DXY is continuing to pump. We're going to come up and test these high right here. The high is going to be 109,291. If we do break this high, because we are forming a very bullish pattern here for the DXY, which is not good for cryptos, it's honestly very bearish for cryptos. If we come up and test this cup and handle, it is likely that there's going to be another leg up here very soon, which will crash cryptos down most likely as well. So we're going to have to see what plays out here, but the DXY is going up because the people are hawkish, the Fed is hawkish, and people are anticipating the Fed just to continue to be hawkish. That's why the DXY goes up the way it is, because they're continuing to raise interest rates. The Bitcoin dominance is continuing to lower. We have bounced out around the 40 percentile range, which is very interesting, and Bitcoin is pretty weak. Bitcoin is sitting around $20,000, 19,900. So let's just say about $20,000 in the head, which is very interesting. It's a very key level of support for Bitcoin to hold. And Bitcoin has until 18.9 to still remain bullish. Bitcoin has broken a major key support, which is 20,700, which was a higher low in this uptrend here. Since we have broken that, that is quite bearish for the entire crypto market, especially Bitcoin. If we do take a look at Ethereum, Ethereum is not as bearish, as we are still quite bullish. The next higher low, Ethereum has not even taken it out yet. So Ethereum in this recovery is still quite bullish in my opinion. And we still have some further downside to even still remain bullish. And we can even, which is only a 7 to 8% drop, even if we take this out, we can still recover easily back up and to become very bullish. Honestly, it doesn't necessarily mean that we'll never go back up for that position. It's just bearish. It shows signs of weakness and further downside risk. So for Ethereum on the 1 hour time frame, we are getting somewhat of a hidden bullish divergence as we're seeing a downtrend in the price and a bit of an uptrend with the RSI. Nothing major noteworthy because this bullish divergence is not super clean. It's not very bullish. It can be an indication that we are very close to a bottom and a likely reversal soon. Taking a look at the 1 hour MACD, the 4 hour MACD, actually if we go ahead to the 3 hours, the MACDs are honestly quite bearish. If we do flip over to the 12 hour, the daily, 2-day, 3-day, things are quite bearish, honestly, in my opinion. Even the 5 days about to head down, so things are not very bullish. If we flip to the 30-minute time frame, still bearish. Even going to the 12-minute time frame, honestly, all major time frames are just quite bearish with the MACD, which is further indication that we are likely to continue to head down. So as of right now, things are not looking very bullish and there's further downside risk, but this can immediately change with the slightest bounce, with a decent bounce at any second. But we are literally on the edge of the precipice for most cryptocurrencies to head down further, just literally 0.1%, just super close to the next major leg down. I do feel very confident that over the next couple of days, maybe a few days at most, that we're going to get somewhat of a relief rally and a relief bounce, which from that position would be a considerable area to take profits, and awaiting the next moves in the current crypto market. So overall, things are bearish. The longer time frame, things are bullish, and there's a lot of bullish catalysts likely to be taking place over the next couple of weeks, which puts me in a position of being more bullish than bearish during our current moment. And I'm super excited with these low prices, as I believe that they will be highly profitable for us traders. Now, if you want to get access to the most profitable trade alerts, go ahead and join the Patreon, especially tier 3, where you'll get access to all of the trade alerts. And also consider giving this video a thumbs up and let me know your thoughts about this video in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe with notifications on so you do not miss these time sensitive videos.